Where can I network? Now, here's the truth. Networking isn't something that only happens at conferences. Some places naturally makes networking easier, while some other places you need a little bit of strategy. So over the next few videos, I'm going to be teaching you where to network and how to network. But before we start, let me first clarify something. When I say networking, I'm not talking about looking for a boyfriend with these strategies or looking for sugar mommy, Abuja boys. I'm talking about intentionally building relationship with people that can challenge your thinking, expose you to opportunities, advance your career, or simply connect you to rooms that you've never entered before or you never even thought you could access. That's the kind of networking I'll be talking about. As you can see, I've already mentioned some places where that can happen. As you see here, we have airports, we have hotels, we have conferences and industry summits. We have professional workshop and master classes, trade fairs and exhibition, business breakfast and networking mixers, charity galas and fundraisers events, award ceremonies, embassy and cultural events, and international meetups. We still have some other options like golf courts and some other places, but let's focus on this for now. Now, for this video, I'm going to start with the airports. You see, when most people walk into the airport, they walk into the airport with one thing in mind: my flight. An airport is one place where you'll find CEOs, founders, creatives, celebrities, and professionals from different industries gathered in the same place. And moments like that, they are relaxed, they are waiting, they are sitting, they are reading, probably sipping their coffee. Unlike offices or maybe events where you meet them that they are rushing out or they're in a hurry or they have meeting, the airport creates an environment for them to be calmer. Now, the next question is, how do I get to network with them without it looking kind of awkward? Personally, I have two parts that I recommend. Part one is how to make people come to you. Part two is how you can, approach them. So let's focus on part one first. Now, before I teach you how to approach people, let me tell you something most people don't think about. Sometimes the best networking strategy is not walking up to people. It is becoming interesting enough that people will walk up to you. Now, on this, I have one strategy, which is for you to become a conversation magnet. And one of the easiest ways to do that is with a book. Yes, if you know you are traveling or you are going to the airport, go with a book. Now, before you use this strategy, ensure that book you are holding, you have knowledge about it. And most times, you also have knowledge about other books. Okay, so let me give you a picture. Imagine you go to the airport with a very good book. Let's say Good to Great, or Blue Ocean Strategy, or 0 to 1, or maybe the Personal MBA. You could also choose to do psychology, like carrying books like Think Fast and Slow. You can do wealth and finance, like carrying books like The Psychology of Money, or The Millionaire Fast Lane. So many books like that. Okay, so the thing is, the book strategy always works. I don't know how, but it somehow always works. Somebody would always walk up to you to ask you about that book, because some people already understand very much that the airport is a very good place to network. So when you are holding a book, you're also making it easier for them to approach you. They know, okay, I can start a conversation with this person. Unlike somebody, imagine a stranger walking up to you and goes, hello, hi, how are you doing? And it's just sometimes awkward, especially if you're not in the mood. Or like me, sometimes at the airport, I just want to wear my headphone. If I know that this particular trip, I'm not getting networking for mine. But then if you do have it in mind, or if they have it in mind, it makes it easier for them to approach you if you're holding a book. They will always approach you and they will come with things like, oh wow, what book are you reading? Regardless of your gender, even if you're a guy, because if you're a guy and you're with a book at the airport, I definitely will ask you, what book are you reading? Especially if I feel the book is catchy and it's something I want to know about. There are people like that too, that would genuinely, and most intelligent people, or most people with that networking capacity that you need, will most definitely come up to you to ask you about the book you are reading. So holding the book is one thing, but being able to hold a conversation is another very important thing. Some of you, when they walk up to you and they ask you, hi, sorry, what book are you reading? You go, oh, hello, it's The Psychology of Money. And they say, is it a nice book? You go, yes, it's a nice book. And you face your book, or you just smile. Sure, you don't have it. You don't learn how to hold conversation. You throw a question back at the person. Do you read? The person go, yes, I do. You'll be like, oh, okay, lovely. What kind of books do you love to read? Now, the person is responding. If you were standing, or if she was standing, she's planning to sit down beside you. Then you keep going. That's why if you're holding that book, make sure you know how to read a book. Don't allow them to start asking, is this the only book you've read in your life? It will not be fun here. But sometimes you could even let them know, oh, this is actually my first time reading a book. In fact, my sister recommended this. How many books have you read? Now, that's a conversation. Before you know, you're moving to, so tell me, what do you do? Smooth. You guys don't need to stress. And then before you know, you're boarding, I don't know where you're seated. Or can I exchange number? Can I exchange card? And that's it. But now, there are situations where you might hold that book and nobody walks up to you. There are some flights you want to catch, especially when it's local flights. Everybody, Nigeria normally, everybody might balance steadily. They will not look at you. So it might not be a good strategy there. So what do you do? Meaning you have to move to part two. You have to approach people. Now, this leads me to my 5 strategy. The first thing is you need to observe before you approach. Sorry, my body is small. I wanted to actually show you the strategy to it where you have to observe, identify, and then you approach. And this is where most of you get it wrong, because you don't observe first. You just jump. Ask yourself, are they rushing? Do they seem open to conversation? Are they working? Somebody cannot be on their laptop. You now go, hello, bro. Can't you see I'm doing something? I probably have presentation. I'm trying to meet up. No. Are they reading? Are they resting? Are they on their headphone? You see, most people with their headphone is because they really don't want anybody talking to them. Like me, when I'm at the airport and I'm putting on my headphone, it's because I don't want disturbance. Somebody will now come and say, hello, I'm Judas. What's your name? That's why you betrayed Jesus. Because can't you read the room, sir? The headphone means I don't want to talk to you. So you need to be able to observe first. Networking is not just about confidence, it's also about timing. The second thing is for you to use conversation clues. So if you remember part one, when I said things like reading a book, now this is where it comes into place. Pay attention to things like books, destination, coffee, probably the gadgets they are holding. Now imagine somebody reading The Psychology of Money. You could just go with, hi, hello. I've heard a lot about that book you're reading. Now, the person responds to will let you know if it's something you should keep going or you should just say, oh, nice to meet you, and be going your own, no, good. But then if you see that they received what you said and then pass something, okay, it means they're also here to network too. They don't have a problem with that and you can keep it going from there. Now, when it comes to laptop, you could look out for things like the company logo. Some of them that, people that use company laptop or stuff, you see the logo behind. You could always ask, oh, do you work with this company? Don't just go and, oh, do you work? No. Hello, hi, you look amazing, by the way. Learn to compliment people before you approach them. It kind of makes them feel relaxed and makes them feel like, oh, I mean, we all love compliments, yeah? Don't overdo it. So you go with a very, very subtle, simple compliment and then you go with, oh, do you work with this company? Wow, I've heard a lot about them. How long have you been working with them? And the person responds and be like, oh, now their response will help you know what next to say. That's why you have to be good with holding conversations too. Now, the next strategy is for you to use situations. Maybe there's a delayed flight. You could just turn to the person and be like, oh my God, feels like we're going to be here for a long while. The person goes, God, I have an emergency. And you can go, really? Where are you going to? Where are you traveling to? I'm actually traveling to, I don't know, Zanzibar, Maldives, Qatar. Oh, really? Are you going for vacation? Oh, no, I'm actually just going there to relax for a bit. Okay, that's vacation. Okay, so regardless of whatever the conversation is that person flows with, that's it, and that's your cue. Or you could use the common situation. This country don't tire me. Just say it, everybody. Bros, I don't tire. It's a natural flow. That one flows anywhere, anytime. Automatic. You don't need to stress it. Now, the fourth strategy is for you to be curious. Oh my God, one mistake people make is trying to impress strangers by talking too much. Talking too much about themselves, listing their achievements. Networking is not an interview. Instead of that, be genuinely curious. Ask questions. Why are you traveling? What industry do you work with? Don't make it about you. Make it about them. Give very subtle response, but make it look like you are much more interested in them. So it keeps them going and it makes them comfortable talking to you. People remember how interested you are in them, not how much you talk about yourself. You see, the fifth is very important. Whichever route you've gone through, please don't chase contact. Connection first, contact second. This strategy, some people are very much aware of them too. So when you come and you go, oh, what do you do? I do this, I do that. And you're like, my number, no. Imagine you just come and you're telling me, oh, I do this, and I tell you I do that. So I go, oh, wow, that's nice, interesting. Oh, can I have your number? I might need your service. I might not give you my number. Because in my head as a girl, now based off a girl, a guy might even flow with you as a girl. But as a girl, I'm thinking you just want to collect my number. You want to look for another thing from in the back of the room. It's not business. But you have to make sure that there's a connection first. Even if the business, we need to be connected. We need to be interested in it. Sometimes the simplest way to end the conversation is simply have a safe travels. In mind, I'm like, bro, we've been talking for 30 minutes. What are you talking about? That I just realized that you're the CEO or the founder of this. You build one web or you're the one that designed something for UBA Bank and you want to, Oga, bring your card. This is like a gold. You're not about to use the door. Even me, I'm here to network. But when you're the one being too forward with it, I begin to think or feel like you are not interested in the business we've been talking about. It's more me related. Especially when you cannot connect the reason why you want my contact with the business we've been talking about. I don't feel any reason to give it to you. And for me, it's always about business. It should be business. Oh, you're an influencer. So I work with GT Bank and I'm also part of their marketing team. I could actually table your name to our marketing team to look into, working with you as an influencer. Imagine after all of this conversation, you now tell me, all right, safe travels. Bro, and sound now. Oga, bring card. In case GT Bank did not reach out to me, I will call you. Do you get it? Now I'll give you one bonus strategy. Look like you belong. Look like you belong, oh. And I'm not talking about that one where people go and put unnecessary jewelry on your body. Sometimes at the airport, simple is classy. Now for the ladies, I understand that sometimes there's like emergency and we have to fly from one state to another. But if you're somebody that always wants to network or you're always, ready to pitch, always be very intentional about what you are wearing. to the airport. You see, that's where you people wear sometimes. The books now. Imagine you now trying to walk up to a man and, whatever conversation you want to have with him, everybody they automatically assumes, this one are OS. Do you get? Even the man himself is going to feel uncomfortable. Imagine even if his wife is there. For me as a lady, if I want to talk to this man for networking purpose, if his wife is seated there, am I wearing something that she'll be comfortable enough with me talking to her husband? Is my approach respectful enough that the wife will not feel like I have ulterior motive? Then the conversation I'm having with her husband, is this something she knows for a fact that it's a safe one? Of course, some women most definitely will still have issues with that. But there are ways you come about it. She'll be the one asking for your number at the end of the day. So you always have to make sure that you look the part. Simple joggers. Just your normal simple hair, no loud makeup, nothing too serious. Be prepared. You don't know how smart they are. You don't know what they know. So you need to always be aware. Know your news, know the trends, know things that are very important. Climate change, war, politics, business. You don't need to know the in total. Sport, you don't need to know it so much. But on a surface level, World Cup just finished. You should be able to drop one or two. What's happening globally right now with the one? Or you get, it just shows that, okay, this person knows. You might not be so good, but you are very much aware about a lot of things. And that helps you. Sometimes I listen to news even on radio. It's not like, I like it. But it's for awareness purpose. It's so that when people talk, I have something to say. And it also helps me when I want to network, because there is nothing you want to say that I somehow don't know. And if I don't, oh wow, really? Tell me more about it. It's okay not to know. We cannot know everything. How many things myself I know? Now, for me, they are telling you plenty things. You say, like people load on here. They're supposed to be able to pick one thing from there and say, oh, but I actually heard about this, and this. Do you get? Now you are selling that, okay, me now I'm more smart, so don't think pay more go. Do you get that vibe? So this is like a very good strategy you can use when you want to network at the airport, okay? See you guys when I see you on another episode of Network with, I don't know. But anyways, see you guys.